One of the greatest features, I think, in Sage Intacct is the smart rules and the smart events. And so we're notified automatically when something doesn't look right. Those rules, I mean, oh my gosh, they're life-changing. I'm Megan Walker, and I'm the VP of Accounting and Finance for Oxford Collection. We are a hotel chain with 16 locations in Oregon, Washington, Idaho, California. Our business started back in the 60s, and some of the challenges that we faced with Adagio, our previous software, is that it was all housed on a server locally at our office, so not cloud-based. I started by Googling hospitality accounting softwares, and I looked into Sage Intacct. I started to love more what was being shown with the reporting, and I felt like with Sage Intacct, we could grow into that. We had our kickoff of our implementation with Armanino, and a majority of the implementation was a custom-built integration between RoomKey, our property management system, and Sage Intacct. And that brings our revenue data into Sage Intacct on a nightly basis. We were able to take our chart of accounts from 9,000 GL accounts down to about 395. And we're able to use the same chart of accounts for all 11 entities, whereas before we had a separate chart of accounts for each one. We use the dimensions in Sage Intacct to really get down to what our data is telling us, so we can be as high level as running all of the expenses for one location, or we can go down into the granular level of a sub-account and what we're spending under our GL account. So the efficiency gains that we have able to capitalize on with Sage Intacct is we were able to cut down 40 hours of manual AP data entry. We were able to eliminate 20 hours of manual entry on our budgeting as well. And then we were also able to cut down our close about 60%, so from 25 days to about 10 days. The planning process prior to Sage Intacct was very manual, in spreadsheets, 500 rows, 15 tabs, 16 different spreadsheets. It was a painful process, and we relied on human input a lot, which, we make errors. We would find something and then we'd have to go fix it in 16 different spreadsheets. Using planning, Sage Intacct Planning has solved some of our challenges. Every single month we duplicate our prior forecasts, and then we share them within about 20 minutes. So we're using Sage Intacct Planning to help us with budget versus actual versus forecast. Sage Intacct has helped leaders make better decisions because we're able to provide any sort of data that we need. So when the owners are looking at an acquisition, they come in and talk with me now. We're no longer a data entry department. And so we have evolved our department to be that strategic partner by utilizing, the systems that we have to do all the data entry for us so that we can really dive in and do the work that matters.